welcome to my game development stream. First, let's look at the current state and then see what we work on. First, I start my environment, which takes a few seconds. Last thing I worked on was automated testing. And then I looked into performance and tried to improve it, because it seems like it was already struggling, let's call it. Here's my game. The blue dots shooting white dots if the black dots are enemies. Across them if I shoot at one or come close to them. If I kill enough, I get a level up. Can upgrade some random thing. If they touch me, I lose HP. If my HP reaches 0, I die. That's it. And then I get a high score based on how many I killed. Oh, I worked on automated testing, so I can press a button which now plays replay something I played, does twice it as fast as possible, or the game tries to run as fast as possible to have a performance metric. Here I see it took 12 seconds, recording what took 30 seconds. We can run around at around double speed. This was not the real time, or the game time, which passed 30 seconds, 20, 30, and 20, 30. And again, I have around 12 seconds of time. And see, my last changes were I introduced the painting cache. But did I go to my test? These are old values. I have one frame skip 0. No, but it was a different input, I think. They are no longer relevant. I need to stash the stage I want to stash to get the performance of an alt run. I think I can't stash over GUI. Go over terminal. When game dev git status git stash, I think was the command. Is stash the store could be. But want to go back to clean work. Git stash apply. Okay, I think I need git stash and git stash apply. Let's try. Git stash I go back to null state. Press the testing key. So this is the first. Let's repeat it one time. 15 seconds. "14 seconds." Do a third time. And 14. Let's take this middle thing. Let's git stash. I forgot. Git stash apply. Okay, perfect. Let's just see. I might have done one more change in here. No, just the performance cache. Okay. Now I add this time. Everything, yes, this is correct function. I reload. I test again. This wasn't much faster. This was not faster. Oh, well, relative. Noticeably faster, let's call it. So let's take the one in the middle. And I'm down to 12. It's a bit faster, 10%, 15%. It's decent, but I want to try to improve on it. My game task in map paint caching. So let's look. I'm now caching stuff. Map chunk paint cache. Let's verify something. And if what information do I have here? I think it's easier even spammy. I paint top left position, paint top left position. I want these values. Now 1500 is. Should have negatives, this is fine. Also fine. It's painting 1500. Is it a bit too big? What is my window width? Window width 1300. What is outer width? It's 1300, so I'm painting too much. And what is window height? Height 400. Update if I 42, okay. Go back for 40. It was for 42, so this is fine. Go pick it up. Still for 40. So it tends to paint too much. We can, well, it looks like it can paint too much. Let's try to improve it. I get the width and the height. So look, width height. Just to see if it's based on which values. Perfect. Now I start on camera. Okay, this is the which part of the map I'm painting. I run over chunks and then calculate. And 8 divided by chunk size ceiling. This can be too big, it seems. But if I would do floor, oh, I do +1. If I already wound up, let's see what happens if I remove the +1. Okay. Here it's messing up. And here it's also messing up. So the +1 is required. But see what happens if I start with 1. Should also mess up. Yes. So the size I paint is good, but not perfect. Now I can do a small. I think there is a paint. Noise map canvas paint image. Draw image. Okay, this is what I want. Yes, I wanted this. There are other versions. If I want to paint a certain part of the image. Destination where I draw it. And source XY. This is what I want to try. See how much it does. So, not paint tile, paint chunk. Canvas width, canvas 8. No, this one I paint. I get the chunk key. I draw the image here. I need some checks here. Basically, let's do if and can I do when paint position X. Let's do one version. Smaller 0. I have the canvas here. I have the CTX here. Let's get it into more lines. It's and hate. Thing is, I'm now in the negative. So I want to start the chunk here. I have to think. I think this is correct. So I want to start on x0. This is a negative position. If I have negative 300, I think I go there. Currently, I keep y as it is. Don't change the height. What is the chunk size? I did not calculate it. Let's do it. Chunk size equals this. This is right. It doesn't change. The width will be smaller. Same here, I think. Yeah. I have no idea. Let's see if in Canvas. I messed something up. He didn't tell me anything. Ach, if ready for cache, I missed this part. No, it's completely fucked up. Let's find painted. Do I have? I have minus 100 minus 200. It would be at the top here. And this value would be 101. It should be in the positive. This is in the negative. Wait a minute. This value does not add up, I think. No, some value does not add up. I start with 0, I think. Go to this might be the error. Let's see now. Now it seems to fit. Looking decent. I would also include greater do I calculate it? Oh, I have it here. Inner chunk size. In this case, my X would be paint over. This needs to be a different case. Let's move this. Create a new else if. I will let's do a between case else if, which I'm interested in. If am already bigger than I don't paint at all. Does it happen? It does happen. So I'm saving on performance. Outside canvas. Now I have the case of part of the paint is outside the canvas. This is 0. And I paint until I have a multiple of chunk size. Oh, what is it? White X? Oh, so width basically. It's canvas width. Dulu chunk size. This will give me the width. It's already the width, I think. Is here. And start paint position keeps being the same. I have no idea if it's correct. As always, it doesn't look correct. Let's see. Is this case? Width is 91. Could fit. I paint 0, 0, width 91. Paint it to position X. Position Y. Width 91. It makes a good fitting. Now it's 66. It's canvas width, chunk size 300. It's correct that I come in here. It's something doesn't add up. But I don't see the problem. Stay set. So source, destination. The Destination values are the last 4. Destination fits. I think it's correct. But I don't see it happening. What did I mess up? Zero. Chunks. I must be blind. If I take this as the correct one. Okay, this is only the position, this does not help. I could throw chunk sizes in here. And I would expect this to be the same. Reload. Okay. So width is wrong. This is why should this be wrong? This is a width. I still don't get it. Let's reload again. I am back with width. I did not reload. Oh, and it was correct. Seems like it. It also looks like I'm not painting half enemies on the right side. As I pop into it. Yes. But I think now the painting is correct. Let's... I can do one more check. Let's give this. Else if no, if x can be smaller, this. does this happen? Let's see. It's broken again. Did I not reload? Oh, I'm confused. Let's do chunk size again. Load play, it works. Width, it doesn't work. No, let's consider width is not the correct value. 21. Start. It's always 91. Interesting. Yes, okay, I now understand. This is not correct. I have the width minus my X position, and this is the width. Oh, it's growing. Looking good. There was my mistake. It's looking good. This seems to not happen, but let's keep this check in. And now we do the same for, I copy it here. See what happens. Don't. It's it. No, it's Y. Does this happen? Now I have Y. Key keeps. This will be Y, but changed into Y. And it's formatting it wrong. No, not wrong. Let's do it this way. I lost my position. This has to be Y, but Y is always last, X is first. This is XY. I think I corrected it. Now I have 8 instead of widths. 8 instead of widths. Y instead of X. 8. 8. 8. 8. Y. 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 This case keeps it. I need to change these two. change these two. Let's look. Does this happen? One does happen. This one does happen. I messed up somewhere. I messed up on both sides, didn't I? This is the top. This is the bottom. Okay, the bottom looks correct, the top looks wrong. And top y smaller 0. I have the the y parameter. I paint on 0. I have the chunk size and chunk size minus y and 0. This does again. I don't see the error directly. I need to start here and have a slightly reduced height. I start on 0 both times. For X, and he started on Y with 0 times. No, here. I have one Y. I changed something I shouldn't have changed. So this keeps being an X. Start painting at Y0. Did I only have one Y in here? Yes. I have only one X in here. This might be it. Perfect. Now I can run the test again and see if measurable difference happened. 13.55. Here's my test. I was on 12.6. Doesn't look like it. Maybe Chrome already notices it when something is painted outside. 12.5. Let's do a third one. Okay, no noticeable change. Which means I can remove it. Painting stuff which is not in the canvas seems to not affect the performance noticeably. Then I didn't commit the first one. Why it's a bit more difficult to remove it. Here's a caching, here's a cache. Here do I check here's the wheel paint. And let's keep it that way. Let's check again. One thing I did not consider if I increase the size of the window. $12.8. $12.2. Okay, let's improve. Let's commit the one which did improve a bit. Let's try one more optimization. Let's go to my model. Map chunk paint cache gives me this. Okay, I can sit. Paint chunk, paint chunk. I created a canvas here. Perfect. I think this is not good enough. I want to cache the complete painting of the map and see when I need to repaint it. But therefore I need to remember which part I painted. So I need to change the model a bit. Map chunk paint cache. We need to a new type. Map paint cache. I have no longer rings, but canvas. No, cache aesthetics. And I have the start I, start J. Okay, I think this is what I need. We get it in here. Let's go paint cache, paint. Now I check. Let's see if map paint cache game. I don't have the game. And let's get the map paint cache in here. This thing. So if it's undefined, I paint it. I these lines, do new canvas, and use the cached version here. I need a bigger this is 8, this is it's I have my thing. I paint XY. Where do XY come from? Yeah. For each chunk, I say based on start. No, no, no. This will change. I need this. Perfect. I need to create map paint cache equals. Does he need start? Okay. Cache ctx. It's my cache ctx. I call it start. I is chunk. I start j is chunk j. What does he? Okay, start chunk is correct. I start with 0. Yes, perfect. I now have to think. I mean, I need to create this first. So this might be incorrect. This is a reference. I changed the reference, so it will not be saved in the original. I need to create a tier. Not quite. Let's verify. Chunk paint cache is here. Paint map. Create it here. So I can also create it here. Let's start with empty. Let's do it like this. Now I can put it in here. When the cache is undefined, then I need to paint it. I am not allowed to do this. This. Let's okay. Something doesn't add up. Oh, it's looking better. No. I missed some bracket. If ends here. It should not end here. No, it's correct. So now I paint and put it into the cache. Now I need else if. I have it. Let's make a CTX draw image. I will to use this thing, canvas. Then I need not the destination but the source. Source is it's let's make destination first. This is CTX canvas. And CTX canvas 8. This is too much. Now I need this doesn't need to start at 0, 0. I have start X and start Y. In start chunk. So first I assume that currently the else is also wrong. I always paint at the end. Start X is, let's try start X modulo chunk size. Start Y modulo chunk size. And like this. This will paint the map one time at the start. Even if it's not ready, I need the ready value. Ready for cache. Boolean chunk. Ready. 2. Ready is ready for cache. Okay. Return. I cannot return here. Okay, I need which ready is equals ready for cache. Ready for cache is 2. I put it like this. Start with ready for cache. No, this doesn't work. Ready for cache is 2. Have to solve it false. Do I? The chunk does not exist. I'm false. Chunk exists, I make it true. If then one tile is not ready, it changes to false. At the end, I can return ready for cache. Should work now. I have again that ready for cache equals start with true. Ready let chunk ready for cache is equals ready for cache and chunk ready. If one chunk is not ready, it won't be ready for cache. If it's not ready for, if it's ready for cache, I can put them into the cache. And if it's ready for cache, I can paint it. Now I am ready for cache does care for it that it exists. The best case, I now have a main cache. Worst case, strange stuff happens. What is this? So I obviously did something wrong. I no longer paint the map. No longer painted correctly. Let's see. Paint chunk. Does it happen? No. So he thinks he has a good map painted. Paint chunk. Starts false. If the chunk exists, I start on true. If I so this chunk caching did work. Let's assume chunk painting it works. So problem is painting map. Now he comes by here, but he has something. The cache -1, -2. This should work. Let's see where we paint stuff. Modulo in the negative. I already forgot what happens. What is this? -87. It's what I want. Believe. So this whole thing should, yes, be just this. Perfect. I hope Modulo binds stronger. 1, 2. Doesn't this look fairly too low? Wait. My source canvas starts in the negative. This does not work. Start X. Modulo is wrong here. This is my source image. This starts with 0. This does not work. Width and height. Width and height. Width and height. Working, but so if one is false, it will be false. Let's start. We'll get in here. I will jump one time. Ready for cache will be false. Jump to here, it has to be false. Perfect. Second time it's true, but I did not paint anything yet, which is correct. Now I draw it. It didn't draw anything. Did give canvas a width. Let's see which widths I have in here. Oh, okay. This is a pixel width. What did I do? Widths divided, these are the chunk counter I need. Can probably prove on it. It's chunk size. What of chunks I paint? Now I have a more realistic. Okay, I scale the image, which is an indication of what is happening. Canvas width, canvas height. Canvas width, canvas height. So this needs to be bigger. And I always paint a part of it. And I already noticed that I cannot start in the negative. So for starters, let's just see what we have in here. Just paint everything. And oh, this is not everything, that's everything. And it scales it down. Okay. This is already squished. No, the main problem I have is that I wanted this to be on the full screen. Destination width 0, 0 my canvas height. I'm confused. There's a possibility there's a lot of white. Or it's not correct. This is the source. This is a destination height. I can even see it, but this should not change anything. If I would scale this, Let's see, maybe I misunderstand something. There's a possibility that I do not paint to paint chunk. As long as it's ready for cache, I paint it. This is what I expect, because I no longer paint it based on position. I'm wondering, I need to see these two values, I think. 9 and 1900. This should both be big enough. So let's see here. Minus. Oh, I see. Paint in the negative. I paint in the negative. I need the start values to add. No, this is stupid. I can just take X and J, Y and I. Start with 0, this is where I paint the chunks. Better. Reload. Now I paint the whole window, which I wanted. Now I paint the whole canvas. Perfect. Now I can width. Now I let offset X and offset Y. Need these values. And I need to calculate them. Okay. Let's make a short test run. Let's not optimize. I could see if the performance changed or not. 12 doesn't change much. Slightly changed. Third try. it's a small improvement. Say this is a middle 12.1. I look at my test value, I have 12.6. So let's try to correct that it paints the correct stuff, which is still work. It will still reduce performance. But then maybe painting large screen is already a problem. This is interesting. Let's see. I have to believe that the start chunks are always correct. So the only thing I need is where in the current chunk am I? It might be based on start. Modulo. Chunk size. If offset x is smaller 0, set x plus equals chunk size, because I need the positive. Same for y. Same for y. But do I need the start x? I think this could work. Interesting. I messed something up. I messed something up. This is not a location, this is a height. This should always stay the same. This jumps in the wrong direction, I think. Here is... They are wrong. Of course. I do not... Just needs to work in the first chunk. No. I don't have it, I do it, else... Moment. It's undefined. Or start chunk I is not equals append cache start I or j is not equals j. Now it might repaint. Now it works. I cache the whole canvas. Repaint it. Get now one test. I don't know if it gets faster. Well, 5. Twelve 5 again. F1. Let's see. It's slightly faster, I would say. This is with chunk paint cache. This is with and map paint cache. Let's see what Firefox says. TAT. Firefox takes 30 seconds, which is significantly slower. Let's do one performance analysis in here. Start new. Start recording. Start test. Then look at the results. Now we wait. With performance measure is 43 seconds. Of course, wait the analysis. Spend 71% in painting, 19% in ticking. Paint all, paint map is 68%, so paint map is still the main problem, and 53% of the time I paint the whole map. Nee. 53% 68%. 14% is paint characters, which are just the circles. And 50% is paint chunk is only happens 0.4%, so I cannot improve painting of an image. It's already not in a loop, but the loop did not change. So chunk painting was already close to optimal. So instead of painting every tile, I cache every chunk and paint the chunks is already good enough. Basically, chunk has 64 tiles, 64 paints, it goes to one paint. Did about 50% improvement, but if I paint here, let's say 3 chunks times 5 times are 15 paints, let's say 16 paints to one big paint. It's no longer that noticeable. Now my performance measurement says this is taking all the performance. I don't know if it can be improved or if this is the browser bottleneck. Draw image JavaScript performance. What cookies? I normally search with Chrome. Let's do this searching in Chrome browser. Chrome and Nudge Canvas. Yes, large map which I already do this. Should be careful to switch between texture. I use a lot of canvases currently, but I have more. But is this a problem? Maybe that I only use 2 canvases. I do not move in my test, don't use many, so I don't think it's. But for me, it's other way around. Chrome is faster, but it's probably, yes, it's 2015. It's old. Optimize Canva. Re-render, I do this. I do this. Void floating point coordinates. Okay, this might be interesting. I am not interested in floating point drawing. Let's go to map paint. Do I do this? Let's see. Drag sources. I paint map. Ready for cache, draw image, it's here. I have floating points. 8 not and here not. Let's mount them and see if it changes anything. So, chunk size should always be integer, at least I hope it will. Maybe this is why Firefox is so much slower. Oh, we'll see. I know. Oh, I'm interested in this. Offset is an integer. Offset x is an integer. I should always only have integers. Let's see. Chrome is fast as always. 12.5, no change. Chrome does not care. It feels slightly faster in Firefox. Let's wait and see. Yes, it's a lot faster. Okay. One tip which helped. Don't scale images in our cache values. To constantly scaling them. Okay, scaling is bad. This will typically add canvas for complex scenes. I do it more or less. Okay, they are even their own elements. I don't have this. But I constantly need to repaint everything. Because I'm centered on my character. Not an option. Not an option. Killing canvas. This is faster since I use the GPU. What is this? CSS transforms are on the GPU. Okay. This will be difficult. Turn off transparency. Alpha option. Okay, let's see. I have transparent. I will have transparent images. But I don't know if the canvas needs to have this. Let's get. Let's create them without alpha. So my map is now without my main is without. Let's see. Probably should also do it for the chunks. 15, this was slower. Let's add it for the last. Yeah. And do one more try. Slower. Maybe just a coincidence. Or don't know if it's related. Let's see if Firefox cares. Firefox seems to also does not care about the alpha thing. Maybe it's just a thing of the past. Try different ways to clear the canvas. Don't need to clear the canvas because I always need to paint everything. Animation. Quest animation frame. I don't know if this is canvas related. So I think I'm at performance bottleneck in painting. Maybe it's virtual machine related that Windows is faster. Or that I stream and it's taking performance. But no more ideas how to make it faster. This is in Chrome. Oh, I can reduce the alpha thing. It did not seem to. Oh, was not alpha. Yeah, I have the alpha things. Okay, we moved. Let's see, what did I change? The map can't and the rounding. Improve paint performance with caching. I could remove the map paint cache. Cause do I want it? There's no significant change and it's only more code. The code does. If I'm fast, if my character becomes fast, it will result in a lot of repaints. The problem of the chunk caching is it might take a lot of memory space after a while. Well, it's hard to tell. Let's first commit it, or let's say we can remove it. Could remove it if necessary. So nothing much to do. I can go in my test and no, I don't want to clean up that. Let's make a frameskit count of 10. This should be performance change for Firefox. I mean 13 seconds. Let's do, I want see test. The majority of time should be ticking. Let's do a performance check here. Really load once. Record. Start. Stop. Let's close the alt one. Let's see the console. 14 seconds. Be good. Now I'm painting is only 13%, ticking is 72. Tick map characters is big part, and concat is taking more than half the time. This is the other interesting code part. Let's see. I tick map characters. Map characters it was? Tick map characters, exactly. And here I get all characters and I concat them, and this is very bad. And I just need a list. Okay, I need to remember that I remove characters. But no, they are removed from the map arrays. I don't need to run backwards through them, I think, because I don't manipulate this. It's just convenience to do it here. If I would use a list, maybe it's faster. Maybe if I don't create new arrays, it's faster. Because concat does get a new array, or combines two or more arrays, then returns a new array. is all characters push. It allows an array. It should. I think this was wrong. Do I need this? Well, let's see. Now I do a push. First I see if it looks like it's before. And let's see without performance. I think, well, I did not record, so let's do the same with the recording. Capture. Can keep the old one as comparison. No. Tick map characters. No longer displays the concat operation. So this seems to be the better option. Far better. Tick characters, yes. I would expect. So I can test with Chrome. Do again without skipping frames. See if Chrome cares. At least Firefox seemed to care. Did not save. 12.5, I don't see a difference. So probably Chrome does not care. Let's do one repetition. $12.9. Okay, no difference. But for Firefox, it is a difference. But painting was 70% of the time for Firefox, so might not be. I think it was 22 seconds, now it's down. It's more or less like Firefox improvements. This is a performance chain. And after that, it's more or less what I expect. I could increase the character ticking. I cannot do much about the map painting. I think. Currently unsure if this game feels sometimes a bit faster, slower. me. This feels fast. I think the time is running faster now. But why? Ah, I'm in the test modus. I'm in the 0 frame modus. It doesn't go away. Okay. Now I get frame slowed down when I paint the whole map new, I think. I think the map painting creates more problems than the map caching. Ah, because I don't have the last case. I now always repaint everything instead of reusing. I can still improve it. The main problem about the... But then I still paint 2 times. The problem I see currently is if I paint the map and I see the cache is no longer correct, I repaint the backup or the cache canvas and then I paint the whole canvas again. So I have to paint 2 times everything. And this is a great slowdown. This is bad about the map paint cache. So I think I have to revert it. Or can I improve on it? No, I need to... The way I set it up, I need to repaint it always. Okay, my current map chunk, not map main map, this is currently bad in real play. So I will remove it. Okay, the main problem is my Git functionalities over GUI are not good enough to easily revert. So I will do it manually. No, I think I can do it somehow. I have to think. Basically want to revert a specific commit. Let's see if this word. Okay, git revert specific commit. And I just want the just want the command. Didn't I see it? This is with the help of tool. Git revert here. This is all I need. Now I need to find the specific commit. I think I will use GitHub for that. Let's go to my GitHub page. I put in the README. My commits, improve paint performance, caching. Here I added the map paint cache. I added it here. I put something in the that I have the alt paint here. I added a lot of stuff. I added the cache variable and I changed the time. Okay, this part should not be resetted. Well, I only need this part, but I have here my commit. Let's first I need to get clean, git revert and paste my cache, my commit, and now Git helps me, but I don't know how to use this tool. I did not revert. Let's try again. Or I did revert. I have a change. Okay, I think I changed it. Let's see. Game test have all time values. This is a change I do not want. I have the 14. I have the. Ah, no, it's the 45. I want this behind it. Now there are no errors. I think it worked perfectly. Go back to map paint. Back to my old painting method. Let's run the test again. I'm on 16 seconds now. Let's close a few windows. Reload. So the other windows influenced performance, and we're on 12. Okay, perfect. But this is probably also the case for Firefox. Now let's try again. I expect no slow down. Can I keep up with now happening less often? Okay. I think it was a better option. not that's the old time. Okay. So let me play one more time, or should I even record a long play? This would be idea. I do one recording for long play, so Piers is the best first option. Multi-shot. Shot. Good speed. Shot. Shooting faster. Bit more Piers. Bit more Piers. More speed. Movement speed. Speed. Can. Ooh, it's dangerous. HP is still looking good. More multi-shot. Interesting. I paint a lot of bullets, but these small bullets don't seem to be a problem. Now I can one. I'm getting. Okay, if I'm unlucky, I run into a deadlock. Let's kill anything. Now I'm more or less invincible. The enemies get stronger the further away I am. Oh, here. Here's the deadlock. This is the one. This is a bug I need to fix, I think, soon. I am in this view, so I can stop. Okay, I end it here for today. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.